to talk. Thanks for joining me. Letitia James not only has lost it, what she's done really is admit her guilt. I want to play you some audio of her in just a minute. But, you know, she has been exposed for this mortgage fraud. A lot of it goes back a lot of years, so there's a question as to whether or not the statute of limitations is in place. I don't know. You know, the investigation's ongoing. We don't have any results of an investigation yet. But when you're accused of something that you did not do, the way you react is telling, right? If I'm accused of something I didn't do, show me the evidence. I didn't do it. You know, I had a guy call me on the morning stream today, and he made a very he said he had a very disgusting video of me, right? Which I know is BS. So what did I say to him? Post it online, post it on X, and tag me, and I'll retweet it. I'll show it to everybody. Because why can I say that? Because I know the guy made it up. He's got nothing. Now, if you are guilty, you can't do that because the evidence is against you. So, and you may have heard that call, very bizarre call. So Letitia, she's accused of this mortgage fraud. Any instance of it could send her to prison for many, many years. They have the paperwork with her signature. And you go and get a mortgage, it's a lot of paperwork. Anybody ever get a mortgage? It's a lot of paperwork. So, you know, there's no doubt about it that she is guilty as hell when you hear this. So this is her. I'll just play it and interrupt it, then we'll talk about it.
My mission is clear. I'm focused. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University. That overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now. And I'm not waiting 4 years. I'm waiting 2 until a speaker by the name of Hakeem Jeffries comes to bring us some rest. Come on, ladies. It's up to us. We saved this democracy before. We'll save it now. Let's go.
Okay. So what is she doing here? She's playing the race card. I went to Howard University. You know, Thurgood Marshall, she throws out and all this stuff. She's playing the race card. And she's screaming like a hysterical lunatic. So she knows she's guilty. She knows they got the evidence. She knows she's in trouble. So she's playing the race card, and she figures the race card is going to get her off the hook. And people are going to rally around her if she portrays herself as a victim of racism. That's like a confession. You know, if you accuse me of mortgage fraud, first thing I'd say is, I didn't do it. Show me the proof that you got. Show me the evidence. I didn't commit fraud. I don't go out there starting to play the race card. Just like OJ, right? Just like OJ Simpson in the race card. It's not going to work out as well for her. She's in trouble. And it also tells me that the statute of limitations has not expired on some of these crimes, because we know about a few things she did, but she knows everything she did. And, you know, if some of these mortgages still exist, maybe it's an ongoing fraud, right? Maybe the statute of limitations never expires because it's an ongoing fraud. I'm not sure. But you guys let me know in the chat, yes or no. And if you're not watching live, let me know in the comments. Yes or no. Roy, $5 super chat. Thank you, Roy. Does she sound guilty? Does that sound like a confession to you? Does to me.
My mission is clear. I'm focused. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University. that overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now. And I'm not waiting 4 years. I'm waiting 2 until a speaker by the name of Hakeem Jeffries comes to bring us some rest. Come on, ladies. It's up to us. We saved this democracy before. We'll save it now. Let's go.
That is the reaction of a very, very scared woman. She's terrified. She's terrified. You know, the thing about criminals, okay, they know everything they've done. And they get into a panic and they assume that the investigators, the cops, know everything they've done. Oh, this is good. This is good. And, you know, here's the thing, okay? She is the perfect lawfare criminal to start with, right? And this case is so bizarre because she was doing what she falsely accused Trump of doing in that corrupt courtroom. You know, I mean, so she's in big trouble. And she's obviously afraid of going to prison. And you know what? I would be very happy if they send her to prison on this mortgage fraud. I would. You gotta get them with what you can get them with. Why is she screaming? Because she's in a panic, Jules. They got her red-handed. Her signature's on all the documents. And this whole thing where she was saying her residence was what, Virginia? She may not even legally be the Attorney General of New York. She may lose her job as Attorney General of New York over this. But the crimes she's committed are federal crimes. So that's Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. That's right. Welcome, everyone. If you're new to my channel, my name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure that you subscribe. Oh, yeah, I mean, this is crazy.
My mission is clear. I'm focused. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University. That overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now. And I'm not waiting 4 years. I'm waiting 2 until a speaker by the name of Hakeem Jeffries comes to bring us some rest. Come on, ladies. It's up to us. We saved this democracy before. We'll save it now. Let's go.
Oh, boy. I love it. I love it. Now, this so-called Maryland man, this illegal from El Salvador, who's part of the terrorist organization MS-13 that's in prison in El Salvador. Now, I broke this story this morning. Nick in Baltimore called and shared it with me, and then I broke it after that on the live stream this morning. The wife of this so-called Maryland man got a restraining order against him, an order of protection. Listen to this. This is in the Gateway Pundit. Recently uncovered court documents reveal that Kilmar Garcia, the deported El Salvadorian gangster, had a protective order for domestic violence filed against him by his wife in 2021. Wow. Wow. That's right. So, and here she
talking about.
She had a press conference today talking about this guy being like the husband and father of the year. Oh, let me pull this up. Okay, here she is. This was yesterday.
Today,
It's 34 days after his disappearance, and I stand before you filled with spirit that refuses to bring down. I will not stop fighting until I see my husband alive. Kilmar, if you can hear me, stay strong. God hasn't forgotten about you. Our children are asking, when would you come home? And I pray for the day I tell them the time and date that you'll return.
Yeah. So there he is. He's Father of the Year. But listen to this. According to the Chesapeake Today, Jennifer Vasquez, the wife you just heard there, filed for protective order due to domestic violence from her husband on May 13th, 2021. A final order was issued on June 17th, 2021 by Prince George County District Court Judge Letitia Allen. Judge Allen was elevated to the circuit court in 24 by Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland. So he's not only a member of a terrorist organization, his wife says he's a wife beater. Yeah, she's his anchor wife. So this is who the Democrats are getting behind?
The airport.
Okay, now this is this lunatic, Senator Chris Van Hollen, who went to the U.S. Embassy in El Salvador.
I just landed at the airport in San Salvador a little while ago. I'm now en route into the city, looking forward to meeting with the team from the American Embassy.
The American Embassy. So that's Marco Rubio's people at the American Embassy.
And I do want to thank our Foreign Service officers and the whole team at this embassy and embassies around the world for all the good work they do on behalf of our country. I'm proud to co-chair the bipartisan Foreign Service Caucus that stands up for the men and women who are serving our country overseas and at home in the State Department. After that, I hope to meet with some high-level government officials from El Salvador. As I've said before, the goal of my visit is to talk to people here about the release of Kilmar.
So he's down there to talk to them about releasing a member of a terrorist organization who beats his wife, according to the wife.
Here about the release of Kilmar Garcia. I told his wife and his family I would do everything possible to bring him home, and we're going to...
He is home. He's in El Salvador.
To keep working at this until we're successful. I also hope to have the chance to meet with him, but we'll have a better idea if that works out a little later on.
Wow. Yeah. And that now we've got the actual protective order. Listen to this. Now this is the guy's wife. According to his wife, she sought a domestic violence restraining order against him, saying that he punched her, scratched her, and ripped off her shirt. I mean, this is hardcore. This is hardcore assault. This guy is bad news. Respondent punched and scratched petitioner, ripped off shirt, grabbed and bruised petitioner. Okay, so he beat her up pretty bad. Beat her up pretty bad and left bruises. It's right here. In fact, it's trending on X. I will repost this right now. And this is from Homeland Security. Department of Homeland Security posted that. Okay, I just reposted it on my Twitter. Okay, here's this idiot Democrat, Chris Van Hollen, at the airport.
I'm here at the airport. I'm about to board my flight for San Salvador. The goal of this mission is to let the Trump administration, to let the government of El Salvador know that we are going to keep fighting to bring Garcia home.
Why is this Democrat? The Democrats used to be the protector of women. Why is this Democrat down there trying to bring back a man who punched his wife, scratched his wife, bruised his wife, and ripped her shirt off?
This mission is to let the Trump administration, to let the government of El Salvador know that we are going to keep fighting to bring Garcia home.
Oh my goodness.
Until he returns to his family. I hope to meet with representatives of the government. I hope to have the chance to actually see
What a
Kilmar
lunatic.
and see what his condition is. But we are going to keep fighting because this is a miscarriage of justice. The Supreme Court has ruled 9-0, that he was illegally.
None of that's true. They just repeat those lies. Okay, now they got the Department of Justice just released a few minutes ago a document showing that law enforcement indicated that he is gang affiliated. It's right here. It's in the police report. So he's gang affiliated. He is terrorist affiliated with MS-13. And his wife says that he punched her, scratched her, ripped her shirt off, and bruised her. He is bad news. Why? Yeah, the Democrats. I mean, they really they picked a bad one to get behind, didn't they?
Kilmar Garcia.
Okay, this Van Hollen, man, he's just loving the attention. Here he is. It looks like he's in El Salvador, surrounded by a bunch of Hispanic media.
The case of Kilmar Garcia does not have to do with MS-13.
Oh. He's got to get translated because it's Spanish media.
If you listen to President Trump and the Trump administration, you would think that the U.S. courts have found that Mr. Garcia is part of MS-13, but in fact, they have not found that. In fact, recently, a U.S. federal court judge said that the Trump administration did not have evidence to support the claim that he had ever...
None of this is true. The Department of Justice just released the document. Homeland Security released the report that the wife filed with the court, that he punched her, scratched her, bruised her, and ripped her shirt off. Justice Department released the initial police report that said he was gang affiliated with MS-13, which President Trump in an executive order declared a terrorist organization. Now, Chris Van Hollen, he was trying to meet with this wife beater in the prison, and the president of El Salvador has denied a visitation. So he's not going to be able to go down there and start a prison riot. And, you know, we're going to find more comes out about this guy. This guy is not, this is not a one-off where he had an incident with his wife. They're going to find that this guy has done a lot of other things, too.
The rape.
Okay, now this is the president of El Salvador.
What about the human right of a woman not to be raped? I mean, what about the human right of kids to, you know, to play or to be free or to, you know, go to the park?
That's right.
What about the human right to live, or the human right to walk in the street, right? But no, they were worried about the human rights of the killers. But
yeah, I love this president of El Salvador. He's awesome. He's completely MAGA, and you know, let the Democrats continue to back this man whose wife said he beat her up pretty bad. Let him do that, you know. And more is going to come out about this guy. And then what are they going to do? Yeah, unless she lied to the judge, but I don't think so. There are a lot of very specific things. Now, at the White House press briefing yesterday, this lunatic NBC reporter thought he had something, and Carolyn Levitt just filleted him. Listen, on this alleged wife beater.
I also want to thank your press office for releasing that information that you cited up there regarding the ICE arrests over the last couple of days. And I have them right here, but what I might ask is, why not release the same information for those who were deported to El Salvador?
Well, first of all, the information was released by the Department of Homeland Security. The individuals on the flights to El Salvador are foreign terrorists, and those are counterterrorism operations. They are much different than the arrests and final order of removals that you see on a day-to-day basis that law enforcement agents are conducting around the country.
That information was not, to that detail, was not released by DHS, though.
I just told you the reason. It was a counterterrorism operation, a deportation of foreign terrorists, not illegal criminals who have been convicted of heinous crimes living in our American communities. It's two different things. Foreign terrorist, illegal immigrant criminal, two different things, two different definitions. You should look them up.
Wow, yeah. He got schooled by a 25-year-old. How old is she? Exactly. And she cleaned his clock as she always does. She's very good. Okay, now here is Carolyn Levitt speaking now.
To defend an illegal criminal foreign terrorist gang member, but also an apparent woman beater.
A woman beater.
Set all of that aside, the basic fact that he was illegally inside our country and had a lawful deportation order made him subject to removal back to his home country of El Salvador. And if he ever ends up back in the United States, he would immediately be deported again. Nothing will change.
This is Carolyn Levitt live.
The fact that Abrego Garcia will never be a Maryland father. He will never live in the United States of America again. And the United States Supreme Court ruled unanimously that the President of the United States and the Secretary of State could not be compelled to forcibly retrieve this citizen of El Salvador who is currently locked up in a maximum security prison in his home country due to his MS-13 membership. To remind the media and the Democrat Party, MS-13 are among the most vicious and dangerous individuals in this world. They pose a direct threat to the United States, El Salvador, and any other country who maintains basic law and order. MS-13 rapes innocent girls and women, runs sex trafficking operations, murders for sport, and terrorizes law-abiding people. That's why El Salvador President Bukele made it clear this week that he will not be releasing this MS-13 gang member from his prison.
That's right.
But that is not enough. All of that is not enough to stop the Democrat Party from their lies. The number one issue they are focused on right now is bringing back this illegal alien terrorist to America. But where are the Democrats applauding the fact that southern border crossings just hit a historic low? Where are the Democrats supporting our brave men and women of law enforcement who are putting their lives on the line every single day to arrest the violent illegal alien invaders that the previous administration allowed into our country?
This is Carolyn Levitt live at the White House. If you're new, this is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe.
And where are the Democrats when innocent Americans are victimized by illegal criminals that Joe Biden let in? It's appalling and sad that Senator Van Hollen and the Democrats applauding his trip to El Salvador today are incapable of having any shred of common sense or empathy for their own constituents and our citizens. Nobody knows this more than the woman standing to my right, Patty Morin, whose beautiful daughter Rachel was brutally maimed and murdered at the hands of an illegal alien in August of 2023.
Oh my goodness.
Patty no longer has her daughter because of the failed Democrat Party's open border. And these are policies that President Trump is bringing an end to. Patty should not have to be here today, but she is. And we are grateful and we are honored for her willingness and her request to share her powerful story with the world. Thank you, Patty.
Wow.
Thank you.
Amazing.
A lot of you don't know the whole story about Rachel and about the crime that was committed against her. Even us, her family, we didn't know all the details.
And you know, the media hate this woman. They hate this woman, that she's telling this story about her daughter being raped and murdered by one of Biden and Kamala and the Democrat dreamers.
They kept most of it close to their chest, the detectives, because they didn't want to do anything to hurt the case. They wanted to keep the integrity of the case, so they kept everything close.
Yeah.
I sat for the last 2 weeks in her trial, and we saw layer upon layer upon layer of evidence against the accused.
Poor woman.
An illegal immigrant from El Salvador. And the things that we thought, well, maybe this might have happened, we didn't know. But when we were at the trial, we got all the puzzle pieces. And I want to share some of those things with you.
Oh.
You know that Rachel's a 37-year-old.
Now, I don't want to hear the details of what this monster did to this poor girl. But I'll tell you this. This is what the Democrats are supporting now. Wife beaters, rapists, murderers, and they're openly doing it. openly doing it. And, you know, those of you that are watching this video that are on the left, what are you all thinking? How do you process it? Are you just like a bunch of Hannibal Lecters that you just are uncaring sociopath, psychopaths? What, I mean, how do you process it? This one guy's own wife said he punched her, he scratched her, he bruised her, and he ripped her shirt off. I mean, that's a hardcore beatdown on his wife, the mother of his children. That's who you guys are fighting for? How do you process that? I don't understand. You know, we see these stories of American women that are raped and murdered, and you guys don't even care. You don't even care. I would love one of you to be able to explain it to me. I don't know how you process it. I really don't. I really don't. Now, if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. The guy got his due process. He went before 2 federal immigration judges. You know, that's it. Immigration judges said, you're out. That's the process. Well, thank you, Barney Bell. I appreciate it. No, this is, it's really scary. It's really scary where the Democrats are now. You know, I don't expect the Democrats to agree with Trump on much of anything, but what you're advocating for here is for a wife beater, according to the man's own wife. That's not what the Supreme Court said. These lying talking points that the Democrats have about this guy just don't fly. They just don't fly. No, you should be ashamed of yourselves. You really should be ashamed of yourselves. That's not what the Supreme Court said, but even if they did, it's not for the Supreme Court to overrule the president and to supervise the president. They don't have authority over the president. And that's what their ruling said. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, nothing can explain it to me. And I don't think the Democrats, I think they tune all that out. You know, that Trump derangement syndrome, it's rotted their brains. It's not they're not co-equal branches of government. No. That's not checks and balances. No. Liberals have a bunch of stupid talking points about how they want to believe our government works. That's not how it works. It's just not. Well, listen, Trump's got the people behind him. His poll numbers are through the roof. Everything he's doing is incredible and great. And it's not, what he's doing is not even partisan. It's common sense. That's what the president says. It's common sense. Yeah. It's true. Now, make sure you subscribe, guys, all right? My name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk.